Hi there, everyone. My name is Rouge the Bat, and today I will be reading you all Chapter 9 of the Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead 2. The Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead crossover fanfiction written by our fellow YouTuber and good friend, the Queen of Lions. Thank you very much for giving us permission to read your story, darling. Keep up the good work with your stories, okay, girl? Now, this is apparently a sequel to the Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead crossover fanfiction, which we read a few months ago. And instead of Witter Jones, we got Farmer Ben as our main antagonist. Now, I decided to give Chapter 9 a read because, I think this is going to be interesting. And so far, my friends said that this story is really good, so I might as well agree with them as I go on reading. Speaking of which, let's do that, shall we? The group was able to get up the stairs while they were inside in one of the stores. They found a way back out and onto the streets of the riverbank. They walked down the street until they were at a wedding scene at the park. There was a witch who was a bride. I've never seen a witch bride before. This could make a good movie, Ellie said as Ellis was soon hit by a spitball. Hey, whoever's hitting me with spitballs, please knock it off, Ellis said. And then Zoe heard Too Tall and his gang mess around with like losers. And I know who's doing it, Zoe said to Ellis. Hey, Sister Bear, what's Zoe? Too Tall said. And you must be their friend, Smirk said. Yeah, you're the suckers that shot at us, Nick said. Nick, calm down. Let's tell them not to do that, Coach suggested. What are you doing? Ellis asked as he was crossing his arms. Just messing around like teenage losers, Scud said. Can you stop shooting spitballs at us, please? Ellis said nicely. Since you said please. Curse you, dude. Screw you, dude, Too Tall said as he kicked Ellis in the nuts so hard that Ellis grabbed his crotch with two of his hands and groaned in pain. He fell on the floor holding his nuts and made Zoe angry. Hey, suckers, you can't do that, Zoe shouted as she grabbed an axe and started to charge at them. Too Tall and his gang started running around screaming. Calm down, Ellie said, but no one was listening until Zoe chased Too Tall away along with his gang. Then she ran towards Ellis. Ellis, are you okay? Zoe asked as Ellis breathed heavily in pain. Not really. My nuts were kicked so hard, he moaned in pain as he slowly stood up. You sure you're going to be okay? Rochelle asked. Yeah, my nuts are going to be so sore for a while, Ellis replied as he was walking with one hand over his groin. Ellis, sweetie, that hurts like heck being kicked in the groin, Zoe said. Even it hurts when a girl gets kicked there. But for guys, it's worse. What's nuts? Sister asked. Zoe sighed and looked at Sister. It's something that guys have, and it's very sensitive to them. So when they are kicked there, it hurts them, Zoe explained to Sisters. Do they have a purpose at all? Sister asked as both Zoe and Ellis facepalm. That's for another time, Sister, Ellis replied. Well, Sister, maybe I can explain that later, Zoe said as Ellis was rubbing his groin where it was kicked. You okay now? I feel better, but my groin will be sore, Ellis replied. Now, let's try not to get kicked there again, Ellie said. Okay, Nick said, as he ran to kick Ellis in the groin, where Ellis kicked Nick in the groin. Oh my god. It caused him to fall on the ground in pain. Rochelle, Zoe, Ellie, Sister, Coach, and Ellis all laughed. Oh man, this part is really funny, I gotta admit. You are a moron, Rochelle laughed. This is not funny, Nick grumbled under his breath. Well, yes it is. Ignore what he said, Ellis said. It's Zoe's 19th birthday tomorrow, Sister said. Happy early birthday, girl. I'm so excited for you, Rochelle said as she hugged Zoe. Sorry, girl. Your honeymoon is over. Sorry, girl. Your honeymoon is over, Nick said as he walked up to the witch after getting up from the ground. He took his pistol and shot at the witch in the head. We should find a safe room. It should be around here somewhere, Ellie said. You know what? I should totally marry that Zoe girl, Ella said to Nick. Tramp. Marrying her would be the last thing you'd do, Nick replied as Ellis pushed Nick out of the way. The safe room is somewhere, but first let's get out of here, Coach said as the group left the wedding grounds, and they fought some wandering zombies along the way. As soon as the group made it to the next safe room, they took a breath once again. They were prepared. Once they were prepared again, they walked out of the safe room at the other exit. We gotta hurry, I missed my car, Ellis said. We're in the city of Rayford. They used to have boiled peanut festivals here. Good memories, Coach said. The street's this way, Rochelle pointed out. I saw something over there, Zoe pointed out. What's that? Rochelle asked as Zoe picked up a baseball. It's Brother's baseball, Zoe replied. So we must be getting close to where Farmer Ben and Brother are, Sister said. The more clues Farmer Ben leaves, then that will mean we're getting closer, Ellie added. The group walked down the streets from the safe room to find bloodstains. There's a lot of blood. I hope it's only the infected's blood, not Brother's. I sure hope Ellie is right. This would turn out cool in a horror movie, Rochelle said, as Zoe was grabbed by a smoker and cried for help. Sister ran out from an alleyway. Zoe's in trouble. Someone please help, Sister said, as Ellis grabbed a combat shotgun and ran towards down the alleyway to find Zoe being hung by a smoker. He shot at the smoker, killing him instantly, and Zoe was on the ground, tied up in the smoker's tongue. Ellis freed Zoe. Here, girl, you're free, he said as Zoe gave Ellis a hug. Thanks, Ellis. I owe you one, Zoe said as Ellis helped Zoe up. Now which way should we go? Sister asked. Let's go this way. Follow me, Coach said. The group all followed him toward the streets. They all stopped at the place called Club D. What does Club D mean? Sister asked. Another word for strip club, Sister. You don't want to even know what it means, Ellie said, as the group found a pool bar. When they all went in, there was an old jukebox. Wow, this is cool, Sister said as she was looking at the jukebox. This is a jukebox. It was a radio that was used before CD players were made, Zoe said as Ellis played around with the jukebox for a bit. Then he was able to get it working. All right, this jukebox still works, he said as the music started playing. Then Sister can hear someone. Zoe, there's a hunter outside, Sister said as Zoe threw a Molotov at the hunter, and he was burning to death. Within minutes of watching the hunter suffer the pain of the burning, the hunter was killed. All right, Zoe cheered, as she and Sister both gave each other a high five. Then the group dropped down in the flooded street, which the water was at the level of their ankles. They walked in through a house and went up the stairs. Then the group got to the top of the house to find one strong plank made a path for the group to walk across the other side. And this is where we'll stop for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Rouge the Bat reads Chapter 9 of the Berenstain Bears and Left 4 Dead 2.